guys, welcome back. It is Wednesday, the 17th of April. It's about 2:15 in the afternoon, and I'm finally sitting down to stitch. I got my stand put back together again for George Washington because I'm going to work on him today. And I got 5 things of homework done last night for Magical Stitches. So I think I told you guys kind of what the homework was, but I finished up. The house goes down a little bit more, but I finished up the big part of the Haunted Mansion. There's palm trees that go over here, but I haven't started those yet, so I'm kind of doing it as like per ride, but per page at the same time, so that's why I only did this part. So I finished up 500 stitches on this for the homework, which was something that makes you happy, so Disneyland. And then I had about 100 stitches left in the page. Actually, I had like 100 and I could do a little bit more over here technically, but I was able to get in 103 stitches for one of the homeworks, and that was for the Shrieking Shack, which is, the way I explained it was, I have a pen pal from America who so I took a trip to the Shrieking Shack, and then I explained that my pen pal from America who said that there's a haunted house there that has 999 happy haunts. But that I didn't believe it because that was a lot of ghosts. So that was my explanation for it. Then I brought out Boo Butterfly, which I had about that much done on both sides. But then I added 400 stitches because I used this for 4 different shops. So I got there we go. I got all that dark orange in, which you can kind of see right here. There's a ship that goes in here. So my explanation for this was 100 stitches for clothing. There's a black hat on it that has a green brim, and my hat got burned, so I had to go buy a new hat and even though it was Slytherin colors, I was hoping to use a color change charm on it to make the brim, because it's got a green brim on it, to make it Gryffindor colors. Then I did another 100 stitches for Dervish and Bangs equipment shop, because a student melted my cauldron, which I didn't believe was possible. I had heard rumors, because back in like book 1, or I forget if it was 1 or 2, Neville melts Seamus's cauldron. So I had heard rumors that it happened years ago to a student, but didn't think it was possible, but mine actually got melted as well. So I had to go to Dervish and Banks to buy a new cauldron. Then I had 100 stitches for candy. Why am I totally blanking on the name? Honeydukes has a new kind of candy corn, because there's little candy corns on here. That's part of their trick candy line that, if you feed it to your enemies, causes them to pass gas for an hour uncontrollably. So I'm going to try to trick some Slytherins into taking some of that candy. And then the last 100 stitches I did was for, there's a red candle on here. And so if you ask correctly at Zonko's joke shop, like if you ask for it, they can get it for you. They don't carry it in stock, but they have because it's such an old trick, the candles that relight themselves after somebody blows them out. My friend's birthday was coming up, in the story. So I had to buy them some of those candles, and they don't sell them anymore because Muggles have figured out how to do it. They just don't work a lot of the time. Like the Muggle candles that relight themselves only work like half the time, which is completely true if you've ever got those candles. So that was my 4 tasks for that done. I think I can get the rest of the 5 tasks in on George Washington. So I have there's 2 pubs, because there's the Hog's Head and there's the 3 Broomsticks. Then there's Madame Puddifoot's tea shop. Then there is Which one am I missing? Or two am I missing? There is... Oh, the quill and Scriven Shafts. Quill and Parchment Shop. And then... That's only 4. I forget what the last one is. It's probably one of the more famous ones, too. But I'm going to say that I have to write to my pen pal that I had talked to before about my... Oh, no. Somebody else had used that one. I'm going to say that I have an essay that I have to write about the American Revolution for my Mughal Studies class. And so I need a new quill for that because my old ones have gotten dull or something. Then I'm going to probably, for one of the pubs, I'm going to say that there's a couple of people talking, that I overheard people talking about the war and compare the wizard war that happened, the big Harry Potter, Voldemort war or whatever, and that's the thing, I'm not sure if we're supposed to be in school with Harry or if it's, if the books have already happened or what. But anyway, just talking about, because there's been wizarding wars in the past, comparing that to the American Revolution. And then for the other pub, I might talk about I don't know, probably something similar. I'm talking to my friend about Muggle Studies or something, who takes the class with me. And then I will, for the tea shop, American Revolution, Boston Tea Party, I should be able to make that work. And the only one that I can't remember what the last one was, and now it's going to bug me. I think I can fit it in for the last one, whatever it is. I'm going to look it up really quick, hang on. The last one is the railroad station, which is what a lot of people are actually using George for. Because they're in boats, you can, kind of reminisce about, when you first got off the Hogwarts Express, and got in the boats or whatever, so I can definitely make it work for the last 5. Some people used it for clothing as well, because George is wearing clothing, and all that, but I was kind of enjoying getting all those orange stitches in, and I didn't want to set up my stand and stuff last night, so I think I'm going to see where I'm at after I finish the homework today. It's already so late because I went grocery shopping and put the stand together, which took half hour. Didn't normally take half hour, but I had to find all the components to it. And all that I don't know how long it'll take me to finish, but basically each half row will be, so I should be able to get hopefully 2.5 rows in to finish up the homework tonight, so. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I thought I did really well at the market today. We're trying to eat, not gonna lie, the 2 trips took a lot of our money, and so we're trying to eat cheaply, just to kind of make up for some of it, but we're also I'm trying to have us eat healthy, so, I'm trying to have, include just more fiber and stuff in our diets, more veggies, trying to cut down on the meat a little bit, but I thought I did really well. I was able to get 4 meals for $80, which isn't bad. The $80 included extra stuff too, like bread for PB&J and tea and water and some of the essentials like milk and all that. So normally every time we go to the market we spend at least $100 just for 2 of us. So the fact that I was able to get 4 meals out of that, I thought was really good. So anyway, that's enough blabbing for me. I will maybe come back tomorrow. Maybe come back tonight. I will probably for sure come back tomorrow. We have a baseball game we're going to on Friday. Passover is Saturday, which if you guys have never been to a Passover Seder, it takes usually a couple hours. So like just for the dinner part. Yes, I don't know how much stitching I'll get done Friday and Saturday, but I was hoping spring break to finish all of my extra credit, which I have 2 more to do. So anyway, we'll see. Like I said, I might come back to you guys tonight. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Thursday the 14th, right? No, it's not. It's Thursday the 18th. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just finished one of my... So I did finish all of the homework assignments yesterday for School of Magical Stitches. And I finished this morning a extra credit, assignment. So I have 1 more left, which is to stitch on frames, because Sirius Black was framed. So I have like 3 different options for projects. One is museum shelf, which is a Haid. The part that I'm working on is not only is there a frame around the entire picture, but I'm in the art gallery part of it right now. So I could use the frames that are on the actual pictures. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do that. Or I can stitch on Dasher. He's got a frame around him, but I don't know if it's 500 stitches or not. And then there's also the frame of the Boo Butterfly pattern. So I'm thinking I want to do the Haid. So I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I just haven't stitched down that project for a while, so that's what I'm leaning towards. But I'm hoping to get that done today, because then all I have left for the rest of the month is the ultimate extra credit. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I just finished. So I worked on Aurora. This was for the Crystal Ball Challenge, because she has a lot of sparklies and beads, which shine like a crystal ball. And I added all this splendid thread right here, which is a mix of 3837 and 3835. This is getting to the part where these 2 bits come together. Then on the same color over here on this side, it goes down for a little bit and then it splits. So I think this cloak thing she's wearing basically splits down the middle on both sides, like where she sticks her arms in. I think that's the idea, is that it's one big, like, just split down the middle. So yeah, she's looking pretty good. But like I said, I'm going to see if I want to stitch the Haid or not. I will have to figure out how to, like, what frame I want to put it on. I think I'm going to leave George on the big frame, and then I'll just put it on one of my Q-snaps if I do the museum shelf. I did say leave George on the frame, right? I might have said the Haid. Leave George on the frame, put the Haid on the Q-snaps. So yeah, I don't know if I'll be coming back to you later on today, but we are going to a baseball game tomorrow. I need to check the time on that, because I do want to make a t-shirt for it. I have a shirt, but it's kind of tight and it's really hot. And it's supposed to be pretty warm tomorrow, so. And then Saturday, we have Passover. I don't think we have anything planned for Sunday. I mean, Sunday's Easter, but we didn't really celebrate Easter. We will when we have kids, probably, but if we have kids. Yeah, so I might get some ultimate stitching done this weekend, hopefully. But for now, I think I'm going to go throw my Haid on the frame. So yeah, I don't know if I'll come back to you tomorrow or not. Or I'll try to come back Saturday morning at the latest. But if I don't see you guys later, have a good day. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Sunday, Easter, the 21st. It's about 1:15 in the afternoon. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't showered yet today. We got up late. I went to a baseball game late Friday, and then got woken up early yesterday morning because the kids next door were having a party apparently, and so they were just being really loud, which is fine. I mean, it wasn't even like super early. It was like 9. I start work back again tomorrow after having 3 weeks off, so that's a little scary. Luckily, I've been checking my emails just because I knew I would get a lot of them. So I've just been going through and clearing those out like as they happen. I finished all of the homework and the extra credit, the stitching extra credit for Magical Stitches. So I am working on one of the ultimate challenges, which is on George. And I'm doing the first one, which is 7 books, because you learn about George in history books. And I went one step further and said, oops, sorry, hand slipped, that you learn about them on, or like you can learn about it in the Muggle Studies books, if you take the Muggle Studies class. So that's what I'm working on right now. I am halfway through row 3, well, my row 3. So you have to do 1,000 stitches on a project. So I am, which is basically 5 rows of my project. So let me show that to you. So he's rolled up on the frame, but you can see him going back across the row right here. Got 2 rows done yesterday. This is the 3rd row. I would like to get the other 2 rows done today. I don't think I will. I'm probably only going to finish 1 more row, maybe. But basically, as soon as I finish this row, I'm going to go shower and basically just come back and stitch some more. Got Jesse Marie's new video up on that I'm watching right now. Saw Christine's this morning. I saw Brittany Ingleside Imaginarium's this morning. So yeah, just a lot of floss tube and stitching. So I did some stitching on the way down to the baseball game on Aurora. She's going to be another ultimate stitching project. The homework for next week that we can't start it until Monday, but they've released it early, is stitching 300 stitches on green or a plant or like a tree or something because of the Whomping Willow, and then 300 stitches on a house because of the Shrieking Shack. I forget if it's a house or an abandoned building, but basically I can get both of those in on Disneyland map. So that's going to be my plan. I actually haven't stitched the palm trees yet, so I'm going to stitch the palm trees, which I don't know if there's quite 300 stitches in there, but below the palm trees is some grass, so I should be able to for sure get 300 total in. And then I haven't finished the Haunted Mansion, so luckily I can finish that, and that I checked that one does have 300 stitches left, so that's going to be my goal for that, and then just finish up the Ultimate, which there's 22 total Ultimate projects. I would love to do all of them. I'm going to attempt to do all of them, but I'm hoping to get 2 of them at least done. I can fit George Washington in for almost every project. I'm stitching Aurora as the Blaze Zambini's mom was married 7 times because they're all based around the number 7. So I'm stitching Aurora for that because when you get married, you wear a pretty dress that has lots of sparkles and stuff. So yeah, I can fit George Washington in for almost all of those. So I'm debating not stitching George for the homeworks and stuff and only stitching him for the ultimate extra credit. But that one kind of work on it. Like I haven't worked on George for the ultimates because like when I was stitching for homework, they don't count towards each other. So I didn't want to like have to start and then not be able to finish it. But I could do it if I don't stitch him for the homework. So I'm debating with that idea. I'm kind of leaning towards it at the moment. But we'll see. But yeah, so far I'm going to try to finish that up today. Probably won't, but we'll see. And I will see you guys all, probably not later on today, but I will for sure see you tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Thursday, the 25th. It's about 5:30. It's about 5:40 actually. I know I didn't come back to you the rest of the week, basically Monday and Tuesday, because it was my first time back to work in 3 weeks. It was a little tiring. It wasn't bad, but my Mondays are usually really dead, and I started a new book series, and I didn't want to finish it. So basically Monday and Tuesday I came home and just read the rest of the week, or the rest of the day. So the book series is called The Immortal Chronicles. Basically it's about, I'm gonna say basically 5 times. It's about a girl, a regular teenage girl who goes out with her friends, gets recognized by a group, 2 brothers, and then a 3rd brother who says he has no idea who she is. Turns out she is, I'm trying to remember what was the first book, and not the whole thing. Turns out that the group that says they recognize her is a group of immortals. Basically the original, there's 9 gods basically. Yeah, finger skin. Who are in order to unlock their power, they need to find their soulmates. And 2 of the brothers think she's the soulmate of the 3rd brother, and the 3rd brother says that she's not. So basically it just gets into the whole supernatural without being too much magic, and it gets into, I like it because it is the gods, but they're new gods, and it actually, the story makes sense in a way. It's more, I guess it's more based on the real world with enough of the supernatural to keep me interested without having new worlds and realms and stuff. So really good series. I kept wanting something to happen that kept not happening, and so I kept having to read all the freaking books, but they were all really good. So highly recommend. They are free if you are a Kindle Unlimited member. If you're not, I think they're $3 a piece or something like that. There's 4 books. Technically there's 6 books in the series. There's 4 in the original, and then 5 and 6, which I have not read yet, are additional side stories kind of. I can't say what they're about because it ruins a major plot point. But the original books are all about 350 pages, whereas the 2 additional books are 150. So anyway, if you're looking for something to read, highly recommend. I did some stitching last night. I'm working on the homework, which is to stitch 300 stitches on either. You had 2 options basically 2 options for A. A was stitch on, because it's the Whomping Willow, stitch on something green, which actually was option B. Option A, which I chose, is to stitch on trees or plants or grass or something that grows from the ground. So I chose my Disneyland map, and I really love how this is turning out. So here's what I chose to do. They're not finished, but whoops. I chose to do the 2 palm trees that are right there. I know they don't really look like palm trees. This yellow is 307. So they look a little funky, but once I put the rest of the trunks in, they should look really cool. And then today I started working on the second the second part you had to do was 300 stitches on a house because of the Shrieking Shack. So I am finishing up Haunted Mansion. I'm really glad I didn't finish it up before because I don't think I have any other patterns that have houses in them. So I've got so far almost 150 stitches in on the bottom of the house. So this is 2 colors. And then I'm going to finish that probably tomorrow, we are going to see Avengers Endgame tonight. So that starts at 7:15. It's a theater we already have seats for. We're in the second row, which kind of sucks, but they are the reclining seats, so it shouldn't be as bad. Yeah, so it's at 7:15. I've got rice cooking right now in chicken stock, which I've never actually done that before. I've cooked rice, but I put it in my rice cooker. We'll see how it turns out. Trying to be a little bit healthier, so it's brown rice, and then we're going to I'm basically making burrito bowls. So I'm going to go start the spice mixture to cook the chicken in, and it's basically chicken, rice, cilantro, green onion, and avocado. And I'll probably put a little lime or something on top. I think there's something else in there, but I forget. I'll probably throw a little cheese on top of mine too. Yeah, we're trying to eat healthier. My husband needs to get more fiber in his diet, I've decided. So, a lot more. I'm not as carb. Like, I'm eating more carbs as long as they're smart carbs. So, brown rice. When did I make that? Not that long ago. I don't know. Basically carbs as long as they're whole grains and healthy and whatnot. So, and a lot of beans. That's what we're doing. Just carbs, but a lot of them are fiber. So, oh yeah, that's what goes. Duh. Pinto and black beans go in this too. So you do a can of pinto and a can of black. And it's only one chicken breast for the two of us to share. So I'm curious to see how this recipe turns out. I knew there was something missing, like something big. Anyway, that's all I have for now. Obviously my drinks are still, I've done a lot better. I have a lot of iced tea I've been drinking lately that I don't put sugar or anything in. So the occasional Pepsi, this is my last one. Sometimes you just need a little sweet to get you through the day. Yeah, so we're gonna go see Endgame at 7:15. I'm hoping to have dinner done by the time my husband gets home around 6. He's taking the 5:30 train, which gets in at 6:15, so we're only gonna have like half hour or so to eat. No, you know what? I think the movie starts at 7:45 now that I think about it. That makes more sense. Yeah, it starts at 7:45, not 7:15. I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, no, that doesn't give us any time to eat. Yeah, 7:45. So that should give us time to eat and get down there. The theater is like 10 minutes from our house. So I would like to get more stitches in. I don't think I'm going to have time. But it's the last thing I have to do. We do have one more flash challenge for the last 2 days of April on Monday and Tuesday, which we don't know what it is yet. We have gotten all of next year's year 4's homework, or not homework, extra credit and reading extra credit. And I'm really annoyed at the reading extra credit because we have to read something with a key on it, and I literally just finished the Key of Light series by Nora. That's a trilogy from Nora Roberts, so definitely could have done that, but we need to read something with a key on the front. So if anybody has any supernatural / romance / mystery stories for me, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I think I'm going to stitch more on George because it looks like some of the stitching extra credit I will be, like, he's my only option anyway, so it's good for that. I will try to get one more ultimate extra credit on him though this weekend. We'll see if that works. We don't have any plans for this weekend as far as I know, but my husband, we went and we didn't get any stitching done. Oh, the other half of Tuesday night, I didn't read all of Tuesday night. We went to get my husband his triathlon bike. We bought it, but they haven't built it yet. So they need to get the parts in, build it, and then we'll pick it up on Sunday. We weren't planning on buying it while we were there, but naturally they had a great deal, and so we had to buy it. And then we're getting me a mountain bike, which was my birthday present. So that'll be good. We'll be able to get out and get some workouts in. Hopefully the Wizards Unite game comes out soon. The, what do they call it? AR game. It's like Pokemon Go, basically, but Harry Potter. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully it comes out pretty soon because now we can bike to the places instead of driving and walking. Yeah, the weather's been great. It was 80 today. A little hot yesterday. It was like 88 yesterday, but it's supposed to rain again on Tuesday, I think. So we're getting down into the 60s again, which is rare for this time of year, but I love it. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking to you now because this has been long enough. I will more than likely see you guys tomorrow when I finish up the Haunted Mansion parts. And I still have to finish my one last story, which is... Oh, and I still have to watch Prisoner of Azkaban too, now that I think about it. So I'll do that on Saturday. Either tomorrow night or Saturday. So I might come back to you later tomorrow. Or I'll just wait and come back to you on Saturday. But I have to read one more book with the animal on the cover for extra credit, because I did read Prisoner of Azkaban. So I just found a book that is Sleeping Beauty themed. Or like Sleeping Beauty twist, but it's actually like a Disney sanctioned one, I guess. It's like the Twisted Tales. I read like 3 chapters earlier. It's alright, but I had to buy it, so I'm gonna read it. And that's my favorite fairy tale, so. Anyway, I will see you guys all later. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back. It is, what's today, Saturday, the 27th. It's about 2:30. We had, I don't know where today's gone. I got up at 9. I actually stayed up last night until like 2:30 reading. Yeah, I got up at 9, did some stitching, and then we went and got lunch, and we just got back, so I don't think I stitched that much this morning, but holy crap, I didn't realize it was 2:30. Did a little bit of stitching yesterday. Like I said, I did some stitching this morning, so I'm going to show those to you. Today my plan is to clean the... Sorry if you hear my husband in the other room, he's playing a video game. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I need to clean the craft room because it's starting to look pretty bad, and do some general house cleaning. And my mother-in-law is coming over in a little bit, so... And I know we're going to go out to dinner tonight because... It's the end of Passover, so my husband can eat bread products again, so he wants pasta. So, it's going to be basically my plan today. I was contemplating making a quilt. I decided against it, because we need a new cover for our bed. If I had time, I would, but like basically we just need a new... Not even a comforter, we just need a new bedspread because it's getting to be summer and it's starting to get super hot. So the one we have on our bed right now is, I dyed last summer. So I'm just going to buy one because I don't really have time to make one, especially since I've never quilted before. So, not saying I won't make one in the future, but if I do, it won't have to be a king size, or a California king size. So maybe I'll make a new one for our guest bed, which is a queen. Anyway, like I said, cleaning the craft room today, general house cleaning. Probably won't be too much house cleaning because I do want to get to stitching again. I think I'll chunk it up a little bit and do some more tomorrow. I am rewatching Christine's Stitch All the Things quilting tutorials again though, just because it's interesting now that I've seen more quilting and paid more attention to it, like going back and rewatching it. So plus I need something to watch while I'm picking stuff up that I don't have to like keep looking back at, like I would a Floss tube. So last night, it was yesterday afternoon, I watched Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which is my least favorite of the movies because I thought they completely ruined it. Not completely. Ruined a lot of it. Which I know is a lot of people's favorite movie, but if you're a true Potterhead, like, I don't say if you're a true Potterhead because I know that there are a lot of you Potterheads that do like the movie. For my taste, they just left too much out from the actual storyline. Like the entire, what I thought was one of the important parts of the book, which was the whole Moony Wormtail, Padfoot and Prong stuff. So while I was watching that, I did some stitching. I was on my phone a lot during it, just kind of looking at stuff. But I worked on Winter in a Cup because I didn't have this up for any challenges, and all I did was finished up that dark blue right there. I had started this for the pop-up event, which we have another one on Monday. But 30 stitches in a dark color and 30 stitches in a light color, so that's what I had to do. 60 because they're half crosses. And I don't remember if I actually showed this to you or not, so if not, here it is. So I did that, and then I did she is now getting too big. Worked on Aurora again this morning. And finished up her dress, or like this part of her dress. So is that done? I'm using this for the Ultimate Stitching Challenge. I did the 30 stitches I needed to for a person. I think I did 30 stitches for a person. And then now I'm doing it for the Ultimate. So I've got like basically about this much, which is 317 stitches maybe. And then I don't think I showed this to you guys. I did not show this to you guys. I did this last night. Because I forgot I actually did some stitching last night. Yeah, my needle minders are stuck together. So I worked more on Disneyland map. And did all of this down here. So this was 300 stitches on a building. I know I showed you guys the palm trees. But this is a really, really confetti heavy pattern. That being said, it is a pattern that you can, for the most part, as long as you have the picture for reference, it is a pattern that you can see, like you can tell what the individual components are. But this is turning out amazing. Like, this might be one of my favorite pieces or projects I'm doing right now. Like, you wouldn't believe that this would turn out like this from looking at the pattern. Like, you'd look at it and you're like, why the heck is there bright red? Can you see the bright red in here? Or I guess not bright red, it's dark red, but still. Like, where is the red? It's right there in the roof line. You can kind of see it from the window. And there's no black in here. This is all blue. I'm sorry, that's a lie. There's like 4 stitches of black. But this part down here is all blue. And it's not even until you're like done with the component and you do like you're supposed to with cross stitch and you take it back a little bit that you realize how amazing that looks. Like, seriously, so cool. No idea this would turn out like this. You can like barely see like the tip of the triangle in the pattern. But yeah, amazing. So really enjoying this. And I look forward to using it for more. I'm really curious to see what the riverboat turns out like. I know I'm gonna have to use this for one of the extra credits for the next month, which is lake, something you'd find in the lake. And so there's a lot of water around this area, so I'm gonna stitch on the water. And then there's also something for, something that you would find in a maze. And so I'm gonna stitch on more of the grass because like there's more grass over here. And there's more like kind of it comes down here. I forget if, I know there's a ghost over here. I don't know what he's going to turn out like, but I'm really curious. So I'm gonna have to, well, I'll have to look for my blues and stuff and make sure I skip him to get the grass part done. But because there's so much in the Disneyland map, I have a feeling I'm going to be able to use it for a lot of homework pieces. So this is going to be kind of my main homework project, I guess you could say. I think that's all I stitched on. Pretty sure. So, oh, I might have a new start. I've decided that since I had to start the project for the Stitchnanigans retreat for my vag gift, as she called it, was it? No, that was the SAG. Sorry, I heard something. For the SAG gift, that I've decided retreat stitches don't count for new starts. So what that means is that anything that was purchased at or stitched for a retreat, I can start. Mainly because I bought the Witchy Stitcher Universal Monsters Sal, and Phantom of the Opera came out, and it is adorable, and I really want to start it. And I bought that while I was at the retreat, even though it wasn't from the attic or anything like that. I was still at the retreat because that's when it dropped. So, am I using it to my advantage? Yes, I am. If you guys haven't seen that yet, I forgot to bring my iPad in here, so I'm going to go and bring it up for you. So give me 1 second. Alright, so this is what the teaser looks like. So she created it kind of like a, movie poster. And, hello kitty. Can you move your butt, please? That would be great. Come in. There we go. So yeah, so she created it like a movie poster, and she had teased this before she released it, but I hadn't bought it yet because I was a little worried what it was going to be, because some of her patterns can be a little much, a little dark, which is fine. Not really my taste, but then she released this actual poster, and this is when I decided to buy it, because I'm not a big horror movie fan. So I'm trying to hold it. But then she showed this, which is everything that's in it. I had a feeling it would be this, and so that's why I kept an eye on it. But basically what it is... Sorry, I had to make sure. I thought I saw what the code is to get in, but it's not on here. Since it's the Universal Monster Stitch Along, it is all of the classic movie monsters, which I love. So, here is the schedule. I think the schedule, this is a different schedule than what was sent out. The Mansion Skeleton was supposed to be on the 13th, according to a different one I saw, but this is, I think, the official schedule. So it ends on August 16th, plenty of time to hang it up for Halloween, even if you do it early. So this is what the skeleton looks like. I haven't quite decided if I want to stitch the actual mansion or not. I think I'm going to, but I don't like these two ghosts, the two big ones with the X's on their heads. I don't like them, and so I'm going to just cut them out, basically. Then room 1, whoops. Sorry, I clicked on the picture. Close. Room 1 is seriously so cute. There you go. Let's see the contrast in his face better. I love the drama of this, with the red curtains around and the red rose he's holding. nailed it. And I love that not that I didn't love the Tiny Modernist Haunted Mansion style. And that's what kind of has me hesitant about doing the mansion itself. Because my other thought was just to stitch the rooms individually and then put them on like little, like flat folds or something. But look at the candles. They're back stitches, so it looks like more like a flame. Genius. And I literally just noticed that as I was putting it down. So, yeah, so once I saw it was Universal Monsters, I bought the pattern while we were at Stitch Shenanigans. And then I am going to do a gray fabric. I haven't decided yet. I was going to dye that this morning. I'm still trying to decide if I want just gray or if I want to add like a smidge of purple and how dark I want to make it. Because there is a lot of 310. So I don't want to make it too dark, but I don't know, I'll have to play around with it a little bit and see. And I'm still trying to decide if I wanted to do it on Aida or even weave. I'm thinking I might do it on Aida because the even weave, or because I did the other one on even weave. So if I do the whole mansion, I think I might do it on Aida. So we'll see. I got some decisions to make. I might dye that later on today. We'll see what happens after I clean up my craft room and clean... Although now I think about it. I mean, I have to clean up my desk because I have just tons of cross stitch all over my desk right now. Just doing the different projects for Magical Stitches has kind of ended up on my desk. You know how it gets. So I need to clear that off before I can cut fabric anyway to dye. So I might just clean off my desk, then dye the fabric so it can sit while I clean the rest of the house. But I still need to decide. Alright, that's enough for me. I've talked long enough again, because I know I did that to you guys like 2 days ago. So you might see me later, you might not. I'm probably going to work, if I do stitch more, I'm going to probably work more on Aurora. Because she's my ultimate stitching project and I am all caught up on homework and all of my extra credit for Magical Stitches, so then I can I'll either work on her or I'm going to work on George. Because I want to get another ultimate stitching done of George before, or at least get it started before April starts, so I'm not tempted to just start in on the extra credit right away. So I'm going to try to get one more thing of George done, hopefully, before April. But I don't think I have enough time to do both. But anyway, I will see you guys all probably, if not tonight, I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys. Welcome back. It is Monday the 29th. It's about 3:30-ish, a little after 3:45. I just got to my husband's work. And because we have a dinner with his family tonight, and I've got a dinner tomorrow, so I know I said I would come to you guys yesterday, but I didn't. I apologize. But I worked on Aurora yesterday, and a little bit of, I got one row done on George Washington. Today the new homework started, which is to stitch as many stitches as you can on your smallest whip. So my smallest whip is Dasher. I took him to work this morning and I got his antlers, like everything on his antlers done. Let me rephrase that. Everything on his antlers was done today. The antlers themselves are not done. Added his hooves, that darkest color that's right there under his belly. And there's a little bit there in his butt. It's only for the 2 days because we only have 2 days left of April. And I'm really mad that I have 2 dinners because there's 50 extra points if you fully finish something. And I could totally finish him if I didn't have to go to the 2 dinners. So I'm really annoyed about that because we don't do anything at all during the week, but whatever. It's fine. It's only 50 points. Because my husband's family does not believe in celebrating your birthday on the weekend. But then tomorrow we have my receptionist at work. Sorry, my voice is a little rough. I was singing on the way down. My receptionist at work, her last day is tomorrow, so we're going to take her out to dinner tomorrow night. But yeah, so I won't have any time to stitch on him tomorrow during work. I don't think I'm supposed to stitch at work anyway, but I knew today was going to be super slow for the morning. I only got to stitch like 2 hours because we had a meeting, so. Dinner tonight's at 6. Like I said, it's only 3:30-ish. I just wanted to drive down so that I could get here before the traffic starts. So I'm just going to sit in the car for a little while and continue stitching. And my husband will hopefully be down by... Like, he can take his time, so really... I mean, the place we're going to is, like, not that far, so... I think he'll probably stay up there until at least 4:30, probably, hopefully closer to 5:30-ish, so... I think dinner's at 6. He drove his car down instead of taking the train down, so... kind of upset about it because I would have just stayed home because it's his aunt's birthday, not mine. And as much as I love his aunt, it would have given me a good excuse to stay home and stitch. But now it means I might have to drive home instead of stitching in the car while he drove. So I don't know, we'll see. I might convince him to drive home anyway, and then I'll just take him to the train tomorrow, and then he can drive himself home tomorrow. So we'll see. But that's enough yapping from me. Like I said yesterday, I put in... It was for one of the ultimate extra credits, so it was 1,000 stitches on Aurora. But I don't have her with you because I'm in the car, so I might show her to you guys later. But basically it was just more a skirt, so nothing really exciting. But I did like 500 Friday night, or no. I did like 500 Saturday night and then 500 yesterday morning. And then I had plenty of time to stitch. I think I was distracted and wasn't really in a stitchy mood, so I didn't get much done on George. But I'm using him for another ultimate. Which, because I started so late, if I divided it out right, if I had the whole year, I would have to do like basically about 2 ultimates a month, which means now I should have 8 done, and I have 2. So I'm gonna have to get my button gear with those. But now that I have a more comfortable feel for magical stitches, I'm hoping it should go easier. And the extra credit for next month, or the next 2 months, I think should be pretty easy to do. Yeah, so I'm going to get a jump on that on Wednesday, and then I'll just try to get as many stitches in on Dasher as I can. So next time I see you guys, I'll show you Aurora. I was going to make yesterday my last vlog, but I just completely forgot to film. So since I don't have those to show you, I will come back tomorrow. And you know what? I'm going to come back after I get home tonight. So after I get home from dinner, I will show you those 2, and then I'll make that my last clip. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye. Alright guys, I'm back. It is still Monday. It's about 9 o'clock. And here is Aurora. So I added about this much on this side, this whole part, which is a blend, and about that much on this side, which was a grand total, I believe, of 1,013 stitches. It's been a long time, but I forgot. Like, I finally realized that I never did this color over here. Kept wondering why this one was shorter. Duh. It's really obvious on camera. And it's pretty obvious in person too. I just guess I never matched up the two. So once I finish up this color on the side, I'm probably going to start here in the middle. Well, I'm probably going to do this other color right here just because it's going to drive me nuts now that I've noticed it. And then do that part in the middle. And then I'll probably work down even further on these ones, basically to just kind of even it all up before I get to the next part. And then I think it's been a while since you've seen George. So here is George. So he is rolled up now, and I believe I'm on row 189. Nope, and we have a visitor. Hi, Loki. She really likes George being on the floor because she keeps trying to eat his floss. Alright, so that's all I have for you guys for today. And I'm actually going to make this my last clip. Thank you all for liking, subscribing, commenting. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And I will see you guys all next time. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome back to another vlog. Today is May 1st. It is about 9 o'clock at night, and it is Mania. So you guys might have seen my Mania video. Before we get to that, I'm going to show you, I didn't come to you guys Monday or Tuesday because I had work, like work stuff, well, like my normal Tuesday meeting, work stuff, which that is done now. I have one more meeting just to say, hey, I'm good with everything. But I had dinner on Monday night with my husband's aunt. It was her birthday, so we went to his family's area for dinner. And then last night we went to dinner, or I went to dinner for my receptionist's last day. So I didn't get a lot done, but I got in about 500 stitches on Dasher for those 2 days. So here's what he's looking like. So I put in the antlers up here and then some of the border around here, which was just about 500 stitches. So our homework was Little Owl. We had to choose our smallest whip with the smallest stitch count. And basically stitch as much as we could, and we would get a point for every 100 stitches that we stitched. So I basically stopped right at 516 because, you know, 5 is a nice even number. We would have gotten extra points if we had fully finished our piece, which I definitely could have done if I didn't have those dinners. But I did. It's all good. So funny story with him. I was going to try to finish him. Pull all-nighters or whatever. Realized that was a dumb idea. So I went to Joann's to pick up some beads because I never actually ordered the beads that go in these big areas. And so I picked up some Swarovski. They were supposed to be the Mill Hill 1300 series, which is the, well, some of the 1300 series, which is the flower looking ones. But 123 Stitch is still out, so I never ordered them. I could order them from somewhere else, but I just went to Joann's and got these instead. So these are the Swarovski, I ripped it off, 4mm rounds, and I'm going to attempt to put 3, you cannot see that at all, like 3 in each of the areas. There's 6 areas. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And my thought on that was that I did not want to, or I thought these worked better because this is like a wreath on his back, and that'll be like 3 sets of holly berries. But I had to laugh because I was like, okay, well, when I get home, I'm going to stitch the areas in between, because these are supposed to be blank. I'm going to stitch the areas in between so that there's not a lot of fabric showing through, since I'm doing a different kind of bead. I get home, and I try to put the beads in this area, and I'm like, well, that sucks, they don't fit. Haha, I had already a long time ago already filled these in. Totally forgot I did that. Because this is a higher count fabric than she recommends. Or a lower count. It's 28, and she says stitch it on 32. And so I wanted just to make sure that area was done in between or whatever. So that was cool. So now as long as I remember that, it'll be nice. Oh, and then I also added this dark color right here. So I added the hooves. And then there's the bit on his belly, a little bit on the tail, and a couple of stitches right here, and put his eye in, which will have back stitch as well. Yeah, so that's really turning out well, I think. This is all one variegated, which is the Water Lilies 204. I forget what it's called because I lost the thing for it, but I think might be Shenandoah. I don't know. So anyway, there is Dasher. Now for Mania, in case you didn't see my last video, I'm basically doing It's Gonna Be Mania. You guys might have seen that meme going around with Justin Timberlake, even though it was actually all of NSYNC, but the song It's Gonna Be Me, they turned it It's Gonna Be May, and everybody posts it for like end of April. My version of it is going to be Mania because it's all about me and what I want to stitch. So I'm not worrying about obligations, deadlines, anything like that. So Magical Stitches is doing, sorry, I was putting that away. Magical Stitches is doing the Quidditch World Cup, which is basically stitch on whatever you want. They did it for Mania. Pretty sure that's why they designed it this way. But stitch on whatever you want, as many stitches as you can, and every 100 stitches gives you a point. They do have one extra stipulation if you have any gold you're stitching, and gold has to be in the name of the color, and you're the first person to stitch it for either team, then if you stitch 1,000 stitches of it, then you caught the golden snitch, and you get an extra 50 points, I think it is. I don't believe Gryffindor got it the first time. I'm hoping we do the next ones. Right now we're competing against Slytherin? No, I think we're against Hufflepuff right now. But yeah, so I think whoever we're against, should have looked it up before I did the video. But they got it first. So we're all stitching on whatever we can. Want to say hi? So what I chose to start with, and I'm not going to change projects every day if I don't want to. And so I'm actually, now that I've started this one, I'm probably going to stick with it for a while. So what I started with is Santa in the Clouds, which a lot of you guys have not seen, unless you've been following me for a really long time. It's a really old whip. So let me show that to you. Distracted by somebody. Oops. There we go. Cosmo. Hi, buddy. You are so cute. Pay no mind to my messy desk. Come on. All right. So this is where Santa in the Clouds is right now. Buddy. I just finished putting in, so when I had brought the project out, I had a piece of thread that was sticking out somewhere up here. I could not remember, because I don't highlight my patterns, I couldn't remember what color it was, what letter it was, any of that. So, buddy, Hang on a sec. Alright, I'm back. He's finally settled in my lap. Took a little while. Oh, buddy. Yeah. So like I said, I had started closer up to there. No idea basically what I was doing with that piece. Trying to lean forward a little bit without him falling off. There we go. So finally figured out it was 38.66, but I don't remember if I was like, because I'm stitching it all the way across, similar to George Washington. So I'm not sure if I got those stitches up there or not. I looked and it looked like I had, so I might have like, I think I got like halfway through before, or when I stopped. So I stitched what I can. I'm going to keep that floss out just in case I did miss anything. But now I'm going to be stitching 38.36, which is this light mauve-ish color. Because basically what I'm doing is I'm picking the stitch that's furthest to the top. So that is that first stitch right over there. And there is a lot of that that's in chunks. So it's a little bit over here, but then it's like a big part of his hat. And a lot of the clouds, I think, as well. So it's going to be, if you can't tell, this is Santa's, so like this is a puff on his hat. Here's his hat right here. This thing is a little bit of his eyebrow starting. And I'm really liking how this one is going. So I stitched 322 stitches. No, sorry, 382 stitches of the 38.66. No, 38.64. It's 38.64 I stitched. So, but since these are 10 stitches, those only count for half. But now that I have a good starting point and I know what I'm doing, it should go a lot quicker now. But I didn't even really get started on that until I think it was about 5 by the time I finally got going on it and got everything counted out and stuff. So I might just end up finishing this whole row, but I'll kind of see what it's looking like once I get further on into Mania. I do have a trip on Sunday. So Sunday night, me and the teachers from school are going to go to Disneyland, stay the night, and then actually go in the parks on Monday. But then we're going to leave Monday night because we have work Tuesday. So it'll be exhausting, but it'll be fun. But I won't get a lot of stitching in. And I'm probably going to keep going on Dasher because he's really easy to count and I can stitch him in the car. So I don't know if I'm going to continue this tonight. I'm going to keep it on here just because it's so cool looking. I'm kind of tired, so just making up from the last 2 nights. So I don't know if I'm going to start this color or not. I can't really stitch with this guy in my lap anyway. So I might just read some of my extra credits and probably will go to bed early and get an early start on this tomorrow. So that is all I have for you guys tonight. I promise my next ones, okay, we're not going to promise. I'm going to really hope my next ones aren't as rambly as this, but I will see you guys all next time. Bye.